Here's the bad workouts. Duh. All right. So we're doing back, abs, delts. We're going to be starting with our underhand grip band pull aparts. Now we're going to have a few different band pull apart variations, but we already know angles change everything. All right, now here is our duo resistance tight overhead press. You'll notice that we have a resistance band, which would be a little bit closer to like a hip level resistance band around the forearms as you're pushing lighter weights above you, lighter than you normally would. All right, now the supported gorilla row. If you have a really hard time staying in a bent over position, you can still do the gorilla row with the kettlebells if it's supported. You want to eventually try to get to the point where you're not so dependent on that. So don't lift crazy heavy if you have issues with your low back. The idea is to get it stronger. Then we're going to go ahead and move into our diagonal band pull aparts. Now you guys can see the muscles on the back, how they're shifting and moving. There's a different engagement in that diagonal hand positioning versus the underhand positioning from before. And then, oh my God, another band pull part. Show, yeah. So this one you're going forward and then you're bringing that band up above you and pulling behind the head. And you guys see that difference in the engagement of the muscles. Your back is a really complicated system of a whole lot of different angles of muscles. So it's good to switch it up. Do them all, okay? And then after we move on from this one, which was quite a burner, you're going to go ahead and move into a split stance bent over underhand grip row. So the idea of this is that that back leg that's pulled behind you in that split stance allows you to drop that dumbbell closer to your torso. So you're going to get a little bit different engagement in your back. You guys will also notice that my elbow is not hanging out to the side. It stays right up against the rib cage. All right, now alternating kettlebell swings. The issue most people have with this is the switch at the top. You need to make sure that you're kind of getting almost a little pause as that kettlebell's up above you and you're making sure you got a solid grip before you switch that grip. All right, now for these forearm alternating plank walks, make sure that your arm and your leg move at the same time. The only issue people really have with this as far as like dexterity goes is they forget to move arm and leg at the same time. They try to do opposites. Speaking of opposites, we've got our plank toe touch crunches. You are reaching across the body to the opposite side. Make sure your hands aren't in front of you. You want them to be more underneath you, so that way you don't have as far of a distance to close reaching back. And then, oh, surprise. Cross crunches, which is not a jackknife. Make sure that your low back stays pressed to the ground. It's different. You guys see that difference. Do those cross crunches, okay? Make sure you're kind of pushing your low back into the floor to get more ab engagement. And, look around, make sure you pick up after yourself.